Oh my God, did you hear that crowd yelling? Do you know where that was recorded? That was recorded on the Boston Esplanade, right near the Charles River. So that's the Boston Parks Orchestra. How is everybody today?
We are so glad to be here. Bob and Lib, we're known as Second Chance Duo. We've been here many times before, but today is particularly an important show for us because it's to recognize our veterans. How many veterans do we have? Raise your hand, show me. Thank you for your service. Thank you so much for your service. And we will be recognizing you later as well.
As people are still coming in, we did this show yesterday. Where were we? We did this show in...
We were in Lynchburg at the Summit Independent.
So, and boy, we still got people coming in and coming in. We delayed it a couple of minutes.
But you know, you guys are some of our favorite people, so we're so happy to be back with you. And we get closer and closer to coming, you know, to see you permanently.
Uh-oh.
No, you're fine.
What's my
Right
room
up
number?
here, Hilda.
Anybody know? Hello, everyone.
And welcome. Both of our grandparents came here legally from Ellis Island. Mine were from County Cork, Ireland.
And mine were from Naples, Italy.
We would like to dedicate this show to all of the immigrants who made this country what it is today.
And to all of the veterans past and present who keep us free.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's all remember the sacrifices they made in the past.
And the sacrifices they continue to make today. Far, we've been traveling far, without a home, but not without a stop.
Free, only want to be free. We huddle close, hang on to a dream. On the boats and on the planes, they're coming to America, never looking back again. They're coming to America.
Oh, don't it seem so far away? Oh, we're traveling right today in the eye of the storm. In the eye of the storm.
Home to a new and shiny place. Make our bed and we'll say our grace. Freedom's light burning warm. Freedom's light burning warm.
Everywhere around the world, they come to America. Every time that flag's unfurled, they come to America.
Got a dream to take them there. They're coming to America. Got a dream they've come to share. They're coming to America. 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 Today. 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 My country, 'tis of today, sweet land of liberty.
Today,
Of thee I sing,
today,
of thee I sing.
today, today, today.
This land is your land. Sing along with us. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me.
As I was walking that river highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me.
This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I've roamed and rambled and followed my footsteps
To the sparkling sand of a diamond desert.
and all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This is my country. This is my country, land of my birth. This is my country, grandest on earth. I pledge to my allegiance, America, from home. For this is my country, to have and to hold.
How's the balance out there? Is it okay for you? It's not too loud, not too bright, everything all right?
You're so good.
Thank you very much. Okay, just want to make sure.
We're going to go through some of the wars in our country and do some of the songs that were popular during those times, starting with the Civil War. And this is a beautiful poem. The spirit-stirring drum, the ear-piercing fife, the royal banner and all quality, pride, pomp, and circumstance of glorious war. And that was William Shakespeare from Othello.
Music has been an integral part of warfare and the soldier's life since the dawn of history. Even the instruments on which it is played have themselves acquired great symbolic power. A regiment's drums are only second to its colors as an emblem of honor and tradition.
The Civil War was from 1861 to 1865. I'm from South Carolina, so my family would have been Confederate.
And I'm from Pennsylvania, so I would have been one of those Yankees, you know.
That's okay, that's okay. Here's a medley from this time in our history. We hope you enjoy this. When Johnny comes marching home again, hurrah, hurrah, we'll give him a hearty welcome then, hurrah, hurrah. All the men will cheer and the boys will shout, the ladies they will all turn out and we'll all feel gay when Johnny comes marching home. Johnny comes marching home.
Get ready for the Jubilee, hurrah, hurrah. We'll spend the furrows 3 times 3, hurrah, hurrah. Well, the laurel wreath is ready now to place upon his loyal brow. Off he came when Johnny comes marching home. When Johnny comes marching home. In 1861, hurrah, hurrah. That was when the war began, hurrah, hurrah. In 1862, both sides were falling to, and we'll all drink stone wine when Johnny comes marching home. When Johnny comes marching home. Oh, I wish I was in the land of cotton. Old times they are not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Oh, I wish I was in Dixie, away, away. In Dixieland I'll take my stand to live and die in Dixie. 'Cause Dixieland, that's where I was born. Early, Lord, one frosty morning, look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Glory, glory, hallelujah. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. You know your daddy's bound to die. And all my trials, Lord, they'll soon be over. You know, the first first time I heard that arrangement, you know what that arrangement was? That was when Elvis Presley used to close out his show in Las Vegas. He used to do that whole arrangement.
Wow.
Right? That was Elvis's. Sorry, Elvis, we stole your material. When you speak of music during World War I, it's all about George M. Cohen.
George M. Cohen was an entertainer, a playwright, a composer, a lyricist, an actor, a singer, a dancer, and a producer. He was very busy.
He was.
Yes.
What we'd like to do for you now are 3 songs by George M. Cohen from the World War I generation.
Over there, send the word over there. That the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming. The drums thumping everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer. Send the word to beware. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't come back till it's over there. Another one, Yankee Doodle Dandy. I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy, a Yankee Doodle do or die. A real life nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July. I got a Yankee Doodle sweetheart, she's my Yankee Doodle joy. Yankee Doodle came to London just to ride the pony. I am the Yankee Doodle boy. I'm a Yankee Doodle dandy, a Yankee Doodle do or die. A real live nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July. I got a Yankee Doodle sweetheart, she's my Yankee Doodle joy. Yankee Doodle came to London just to ride the pony. I am the Yankee Doodle, I am that Yankee Doodle, I am that Yankee Doodle boy. One more. You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may wait. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true to the big red and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. Should all acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may wait. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true beneath the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. Should all acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. Should all acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. World War I.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. It's very kind of you. Thank you, and thank you, George M. Cohen. During World War II now, we're getting into the music of World War II. Music was a means of entertainment, recuperation, and uplift, which pervaded homes and concert halls, army camps and government buildings, hospitals and factories. Even more than movies, posters, books, and newspapers, music sounded everywhere in World War II. Not only in live performances, but also through recordings and radio.
Yeah, musicians such as Dinah Shore, Duke Ellington, and the Andrews Sisters populated the sonic imagery of wartime.
Who could forget The great military bands conducted by Glenn Miller and Artie Shaw that entertained civilians at homes and GIs stationed abroad. Where were you? Think about it. Where were you when these songs were popular?
Cathedral bells were tolling, and our hearts sang on. Was it the spell of Paris or the April dawn? Who knows if we shall meet again? But when the morning chimes, sing sweet again. I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In that small cafe, the park along the way, the children's carousel, the wishing well, and I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is through, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. I wrote my mother, I wrote my father, and now I'm writing you too. I'm sure, mother, I'm sure of father, and now I wanna be sure of you. Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me, anyone else but me, anyone else but me. No, 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 don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me, till I come marching home. I don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me, anyone else but me, anyone else but me. Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me, till I come marching home. I just got word from a guy who heard from the guy next door to me,
That the girl you met just loves the pet and fits you to a T.
so don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me, till I come marching home. Woo! Woogie, woogie, bugle boy. He plays the boys to sleep with Boogie every night, and wakes him up the same way in the early light. They clap their hands and stamp their feet, 'cause you know how it goes when someone cares for me and picks me up. When he plays reveille, he's the boogie woogie bugle boy company. A toot, a toot, a tooty out, a tooty goes today to the bar. You can't play no rest of bass and guitar playing with him. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy company.
Thank you very never seen us here before? It's the first. Okay, it's the first time. I was just curious. Is that okay? That was curious. All right. The song "What Is America to Me" was first sung by Frank Sinatra for the 1945 short subject film "The House I Live In."
The movie earned a special honorary Oscar at the 1946 Academy Awards presentation. The song was recorded by Mr. Sinatra many times throughout his career. It was performed on radio and television and in concert,
including every stop of his 1974 main event tour. This is "The House I Live In." What is America to me? A name, a map, or a flag I see. A certain word, democracy. What is America to me?
The house I live in, a plot of earth, a street, the grocer and the butcher, and the people that I meet.
The children in the playground, the faces that I see, all races and religions, that's America to me. The place I work in, the worker by my side, the little town or city where my people lived and died.
The howdy and the handshake, the air of feeling free, and the right to speak my mind out, that's America to me. The things I see about me, the big things and the small, the little corner newsstand and the house a mile tall,
The wedding in the churchyard, the laughter and the tears, the dream that's been growing for 150 years.
the town I live in, the street, the house, the room, the pavement of the city, or a garden all in bloom, the church, the school, the clubhouse, many things I see, but especially the people. That's America to me. Thank you so much. We appreciate your applause.
Thank you. All right, at this time, why don't you say a little bit?
At this time, we would like to salute all of our veterans and the different branches of the military service.
And we're going to do all 5 branches, so there is a 5th branch. If you've served in any of these branches or have a husband or son or daughter who served, you don't have to stand. You can raise your hand if you feel like standing.
You can stand if you want to.
Or you can raise your hand. So here's our salute to the armed forces.
Because it is Veterans Day. The Army. Army, Thank you for your service. We're Bill over Dale, we will hit the dusty trail, and those caissons go rolling along. In and out, in the shout, and we're marching all about, and those caissons go rolling along. For it's high, high, hey, in the field of Hillary, shout out your numbers loud and strong, and wherever you go, you will always know that those caissons go rolling along. The Navy, thank you for your service. Anchors away, my boy, anchors away. Farewell to college joys, we sail at break of day, hey, hey, hey. Our last night on shore, failed to the fall. Until we meet once more, here's wishing you a happy boy home. The Marines, happy birthday yesterday, Marines. On the palms of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will find our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First we fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines. The Air Force, thank you for your service. We go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, shooting to beat our thunder, and our boys give it the gun. Down we dive, starting a flame from under, off with one terrible roar. We live and pray, but go down in flame, but nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. The Coast Guard. We're always ready for the call. We place our trust in thee. We're howling gale and shot and shell to win our victory. Semper Paratus is our guide, our pledge and motto too. We're always ready, do or die. Aye, Coast Guards, we fight for you. Again, we would like to thank all of the branches of the military for protecting us with your service and support.
Give yourselves a big round of applause. Good job.
We stand up for you guys. And my husband's a veteran as well.
Oh my gosh, earlier we said, I'm from Pennsylvania, and when Libby and I got married, it's a whole long story, but when we got married, she said, oh no, Bob, you gotta sing country.
Bob is a graduate of Berklee College of Music, and he sounds like Frank Sinatra, and he said, I want to sing country. And I said, well, you can't say loving, dying, you've got to drop the G and go loving, dying. And you have to talk sing, and you have to feel it in your soul.
Okay,
And you
go and give it a try.
You did a great job. I think you'll listen and see.
But country music is a genre whose roots grew from traditional American values. And it's more than popular, and it continues to gain momentum today, just with popular traditional values.
Now, we all know that country artists have always been perceived as being more honest than rock and rollers. Even today, there's a perception that country artists come straight from the heartlands, support of the U.S. military. Well, if that's as characteristic as a country as a steel guitar.
Country singers, Billy Ray Cyrus, Aaron Tippin, and Lee Greenwood gave us these next three songs.
Some gave all.
I know a man called him Sandy Kane. Few folks even knew his name, but a hero, yes, was he. He left a boy, came back a man. Still many just don't understand about the reason we are free. Can't forget the look in his eyes, oh, the tears as he cried, as he said these words to me. All gave some gave all. Some stood through for the red, white, and blue, and some had to fall. If you ever think of me, think of all your liberties and recall. Some gave all. Sandy Kane is no longer here, but his words are oh so clear as they echo throughout our land. For all his friends who gave us all, who stood the ground and took the fall to help their fellow man. Love your country, live with pride. Don't forget those who died. America, can't you see? All gave some gave all. Some stood through for the red, white, and blue, and some had to fall. If you ever think of me, think of all your liberties and recall. Some gave all. If you ever think of me, think of all your liberties and recall. Yes, recall. Some gave all. Some gave all. Some gave all.
Thank you. Where the stars and stripes and eagles fly.
Well, if you ask me where I come from, here's what I tell everyone. I was born by God's dear grace in an extraordinary place, where the stars and the stripes and the eagles fly. It's a big old land with countless dreams. Happiness ain't out of reach. Hard work pays off the way it should. that we've got it good.
Where the stars and the stripes and the eagles fly. There's a lady that stands in the harbor for what we believe. And there's a bell that still echoes the price that it costs to be free.
I pledge allegiance to this flag, and if that bothers you, well, that's too bad. But if you got pride and you're proud you do, hey, we could use some more like me and you.
Where the stars and the stripes and the eagles fly.
Mr. Lee Greenwood made a lot of money on this song.
It's my favorite.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my husband and my life, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA.
Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend us still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Thank you very much. Those are three patriotic guys with three patriotic songs.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of green, for purple mountains, majesties above the America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for pilgrims' feet, whose stern impassioned stress a thoroughfare from freedom be. Across the wilderness, America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Join us in singing God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Thank you very much. We got another story to tell you.
It was a rainy September night in 1814 when the British warships attacked Fort McHenry in Baltimore Harbor. This bombardment lasted for more than 25 hours. It was yet another chapter in the ongoing war of 1812.
Only a week earlier, Francis Scott Key, a young American lawyer, boarded the flagship on the Chesapeake Bay in hopes of persuading the British to release a friend whom they had recently arrested. He was indeed successful in securing his friend's release. However, because he and his companion now had knowledge of the impending attack on Baltimore, the British would not return them to their own vessels, and they were under continued watch until the battle was done.
Key's vivid recounts and observations through a series of events became our own national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say can you see, by the dawn's early light,
Key witnessed the attack of Baltimore Harbor from the British ship. It was not until the light of dawn that he could witness the American flag, signifying we had won.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars.
The flag, he saw, had only 15 stripes and 15 stars. It wasn't until 1818 that Congress decided that the flag would have 13 stripes and an additional star for each new state.
Through the perilous fight, or the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare.
Rockets. The British bomb ships had the Congreve rockets, which were the most sophisticated naval weapons on the planet at the time.
The bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
You see, this is self-evident. This is the crux of the whole song. The flag could be seen standing still through the explosions on the harbor.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave,
Or the land of the free.
and the home of the brave.
We would like for you to stand if you can and sing with us, or just stand.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof